Hi, I'm Victoria Gallagher from HipTalk.com. Today's question is about hypnosis suggestions, and the question had to do with whether or not you could change a suggestion later on down the road if you decided that you no longer wanted that suggestion. The short answer to that is absolutely yes. Suggestions are as permanent or temporary as the desire and the attention and the focus is to maintain and keep that suggestion. The longer answer, I just want to give you a little bit more of an understanding of how your subconscious mind works and how these suggestions work. So I want you to think of your subconscious mind as a forest, okay? And it has a lot of different paths, and it has trees that, some have been there for ever, since the dawn of time in your world, and some of them are brand new, and there are all kinds of different paths that lead to various different trees, and some have really been worn and traveled over and over again, and some of them are, again, they're relatively new. So that's sort of how I want you to picture your subconscious mind. Now I want you to think about brand new suggestions as seeds. Now you're getting little suggestions throughout your day all the time when you're watching TV and you see commercials, or when people tell you things. All of these little things that you hear and that you experience, all of these are little seeds, and they're potential suggestions or potential things that can take root in your forest, in your subconscious mind, and become programs. And the trees are those programs. Some are very old programs that have been integrated and are harder to change. The older and stronger and more rooted that program is into your subconscious mind, the harder it is to change. And of course, the deeper those grooves and those pathways that lead to those trees are, the harder they are to change. But when you set out to create a change that you want to create, the suggestion happens in hypnosis. It may happen in a different way other than hypnosis, but hypnosis is what we're talking about here, and having a suggestion put in by either a CD that you've listened to, or an actual in-office session that you have with a hypnotist. And so the hypnotist plants that seed into your forest, into your subconscious mind. Now, it's up to you to go to that seed, wherever that is, every day, and water that seed. And what I mean by water that seed is to listen to your hypnosis CD every day. And or do something. The hypnotist usually will give you some kind of action step that you need to take, and every time you're taking some kind of an action toward that, it's like going into your forest and watering that seed. So of course, a couple of things are going to happen. Number one, if that suggestion is in direct opposition to another suggestion, another program that's firmly rooted in your mind that you're trying to eliminate, what's happening is you're starting to create a new groove, a new pathway that gets easier and easier to take the more you take it. So that's happening. Meanwhile, the other path is becoming a little less worn, because things happen, and it'll rain, and the wind will come, and it'll kind of knock down that and flatten out those grooves that you used to use, those old paths that you used to use. Now those old programs are still there, and even if that tree gets no water, it's still there, you're still going to see signs of that dismantled, kind of deconstructing tree, and eventually that tree will kind of break down, but the essence of it is always there. That old program never really disappears, okay? So The new program, though, that you're continuing to water is starting to sprout and starting to take firm hold. And eventually you do see the effects of that program taking root. Now, some programs take a little longer to establish than others. And it's just like different trees, different kinds of trees will take longer to grow. Sometimes you might not see the effects of your program for months, and sometimes you'll start to see it, a tiny little bit of it within the first few days to a week. So that's kind of an understanding of how that works. So if you understand that, then you understand, can you change a program once you have installed that new program? And absolutely, all you have to do is just stop watering that tree, and if you want the old program back, start watering that old tree, meaning give new attention, start to listen to your old tapes, your old CDs, your old programs, and give attention and focus to the old ones maybe that you want back. Most people don't want their old programs back. It just kind of depends on what they are and what you're working on trying to change. But your new programs are only as firm as the old programs that you were trying to change out of. They're only as firm as the attention and the focus that you continue to give to them. So I hope that answered your question. I hope that gave you a little bit deeper understanding of how your mind works, how your subconscious mind works, and how hypnosis works to help you to change and create programs in your subconscious mind. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Please send me a message or comment to my YouTube, and I look forward to answering more and more questions. Have a great day.